I prefer the coffee.
What up, though? It's your boy Coffee back with another one, and right here is Joe Button throwing a space on his off day. Salute to Joe. Most don't do that, interact with the fans, but he hopped on the space to try to figure out what's to talk about with this new Kendrick Lamar album. Is fire in my eyes. I'm still listening to it, but he also want to figure out, Lil Wayne getting a mix of this Kendrick versus Drake beef. So, man, y'all just give me y'all comment, like, subscribe, enjoy. Let's go.
It's
It's so
I
deeper
don't
it's
than
so,
think
that,
that
babe.
deep. I think
it
it's
is
very
so
performative. I
deep.
prefer DMX Damien or when J. Cole did it. Like that whole talking to the devil.
All right. Enough of Rick. Enough of Rick. Enough. Rick will be
Like
silenced now.
what, Rick?
Do not. J. Cole respectfully left this conversation on his own. He wants his piece. Let's give it to him. I brought some new people up here. They have their hands raised. Let's hear from Kelly, and then let's hear from Charcuterie. Might be a double mute. Go ahead, Kelly. Kelly. All right, Kelly's out of here.
Wait.
It
Double
was a
mute.
double
Double
mute,
mute.
sir.
Hey, I'm impatient. I'm impatient. All right, Kelly.
But two things real quick. One, I think what Kendrick did in the battle was basically because I'm not gonna debate who won who lost. I really don't. We fuss all day about it. But I feel like if we would have seen Nas drop a commercial hit and out commercial Jay-Z and go crazy, I think that was like the equivalent of that because everybody was expecting the super miracle, spiritual, lyrical, all of that stuff from Kendrick during the battle. The Night Like Us was not expected. And two, Wayne is an all-time great. Top 10, top 5, top 3 if you want to debate it. I don't care. But his diss records have not been that great. That's it.
All right, let's hear from Charcuterie and then Candy.
All right, peace to you, Joe. I just wanted to say this. First of all, the being a fan, just being a fan of hip hop, I just want to say this. Kendrick with that record definitely brought it back to real good music. You know what I'm saying? Like every track you can bump. Reincarnated is definitely one of my favorites. I love how he used spot cadence for that. Now Wayne, phenomenal artist. We're not taking it away from him. Punchlines out of this world. You can quote him to the end of time. But that man don't want no smoke with Kendrick. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That man don't want no smoke. That man Kendrick is too crazy. That man is a nut. I love GNX, and I know he's about to drop something else. I really can't wait for him to drop something else. And I'm excited. I really am. He's really bringing hip hop back. Like I've listened to GNX at least 6 times already, and I'm going to listen to it some more. Shit, this is some great barbecuing music, and I can't wait to barbecue to this shit. So, that's all I got to say about it. To all you Drake fans, look, Drake is a great artist too, but listen, that gentleman does not want any smoke with K Dot. Okay, and I'm gonna land that thing right there.
Press that.
Playing this mid pack all the way until it's time to barbecue is crazy.
Can
But
y'all
I'm gonna
hear
let you
me?
get it off.
Oh,
Hey, Rick, I hate to inform you. Some of these songs is getting played this summer,
like
like
what?
loud.
Do we really think so? I hope not.
Oh,
Yes.
you're sick if you
Nigga,
think
I've been playing TV off like
you sick if you
ridiculously,
think I
bruh.
ain't about to
Like,
throw ass to squabble up and TV
nigga.
off, girl. What are you talking
You feel
about?
me? Like Dodger Blue is a great song to
I
skate
like
to, my
Dodger
nigga.
Blue. I
I'm
like
about
Squabble
to
Up. Didn't
end
live up to the hype,
Luther.
but it was decent.
I'm about to slow dance on a
Oh,
nigga real bad to
Luther,
Luther.
She already said she likes Luther, you guys.
She said Luther was
I
all
can't
right.
wait to find my little auntie for
No, no.
Luther, but stop playing.
Let's hear from uh Bokeh, if I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, man?
What's going on, Joe? I just got a couple of points I want to touch on. Two of them is real quick. One is only that requires explanation. Number one, calling this album mid when it got songs like Dodger Blue, TV Off, Luther,
Come on.
Gloria, Heart Part Six on it, man. That's too much for me. I ain't
It's
gonna
just
lie.
wrong, yeah.
That's impossible. Um, Number two, the whole Wayne thing. I love Wayne, but the Wayne we expect wouldn't have tweeted. '09 Wayne would have just took something off this album
Come
and
on.
freestyled off of it for 5 minutes. So if that's the battle we were getting, then that's the battle we would get. So everyone should just kind of leave that alone. Number three, I think a lot of this disconnect with the album comes from, even speaks to Kendrick's cultural point, where people aren't understanding certain things about outside culture or battle rap culture. Like if you've ever been outside and ever been into it with somebody, you've been looking for them for a certain amount of years. When you catch them, beating them up is not enough. Yeah, I beat you up, but this took so long. I gotta dance with this. I gotta take my time with this. Like I gotta enjoy this. It took so long to catch you.
Can
And
y'all hear
then
me?
That
in
nigga speaking from
Danny, I
experience.
can hear you.
Cool.
and then in battle rap culture or just street culture and just outside culture in general, like some of the things Kendrick is saying, like y'all are taking too literal. Like that three fades back to back, that's not talking about Drake and about wanting to fight Drake.
Even if it
That's
was, who
that's the
cares?
that's
You're
that's
missing the point.
that's
He was on
describing.
the stage. I don't want
Uh,
you to take what was
all right,
said out of context. He was
that's
on the
describe.
stage saying that nobody was
I
trying to
didn't.
get violent. That's not
I
true.
heard. I heard everything you
Who
said before I came onto the
cares?
stage, Grandpa Rick.
Let the man
It's all
land,
good. I heard
please.
everything you said. But so to explain the example, when he's talking about three fades back to back, he's not talking about a rap battle. He's talking about gang shit. That's an initiation. These things are. If you
I know
understand, you
that.
understand. If you
Freak.
don't, you don't. But that's not about Drake.
Word. That's what
He's
that
not.
meant.
He's not. He's talking about his own experiences.
See, Rick and Danny, I will not allow y'all to do that condescending shit that y'all do.
You don't peep
No,
that.
I don't. No, they do. But I like that about them. Just not right this second. Let the people have their point, and y'all will have your turn.
Wait, Joe, you mean to tell me Kendrick
All
is
right. So,
using gang culture to undertone his rap so that way he can connect with the hip hop community? I would have never thought
oh,
that.
so Danny, you telling me using purposeful misdirection to misuse your point and
Oh
misunderstand?
my
Hey,
god.
Oh my
Like,
hey,
is that what you're telling me?
yeah, nigga.
I can see why,
Are you telling me you sat here and argued with a marketing expert when you're a blogger and just about
Oh,
fuck.
what's
he
going
going
on?
off now.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
okay,
I'm
not
sorry.
too much on
Yo,
Danny. We're not doing
like
personal
Danny, like
attacks. Let's stay on the
I'm down
topic.
for this.
It's
Yo,
is,
I'm down
But
for
then
this.
he started with
11
him,
Danny, I'm
Rick.
down for this. I'm
wait, is
down for
Honey
this.
the
I just want to land
marketing?
my point for real, but I'm down
It's
for
Wait,
this.
11
No, we're not
wait,
a.m.
down
wait,
for this.
wait, is
Stick to
Honey
the
the
topic.
marketing expert I was
Bro,
arguing with?
I just finished my laundry. I just got my bacon, egg, and cheese, boy. I'm
Nigga,
set, my
I
boy. I
wasn't
ain't
the
gonna
one
lie
that
to
was
Yo,
you.
talking to
hey,
You
you.
hey,
can
Joe, I'm
listen
gonna
Yeah,
to it
drop
Big
later.
down
Honey
and
I
was
let
Once
the
ain't
you
gonna
somebody
lie
else
to
finish,
marketing
you.
you
come
can
up.
expert.
listen
Let me
to
let
it.
Hello.
somebody else come up, fellas.
Alright.
Yo, all right, we're having too much fun now. We we have to get. Hey, homeboy is staying up here now. So he look good for you, Danny. That's the same thing that happened with Drake. Barking up a tree, and then the tree gonna fall.
And here you go, riding that tree.
And I am a whole fan, so that applies for sure.
No, I just think that you and Rick are y'all are
Well, put the tree
uh
on
con-
Patreon.
y'all are consistent speakers up here. I'm not going to remove
You're
either of you.
better at it.
I don't think that y'all should be able to take advantage of that for the people that are kind of rotating. Is all I'm saying. But diss each other. I don't give a fuck. Let's hear from Candy, and then I want to hear from T. Winston.
Somebody said that the old Wayne would have just put something out. What you don't understand is Little Wayne respects Kendrick, and he's kind of confused to why he's even being mentioned because he's never disrespected anybody that he respects, and that's what you people aren't getting. Kendrick must be bored. I think he wants to put a little pumpkin spice into the industry. He's forcing beef with people that are kind of unnecessary. I feel like this is like completely unnecessary. If you want to beef with the industry, why are you doing this? Like, I don't get it. There's something there that we're not seeing. If he keeps this up, he's gonna fuck up his image and his lyricism, honestly, because
Who
now
gonna
you're
fuck
just
up their
spewing
image?
bullshit.
I think you misreading it.
So
To be honest, I think
I
you're looking
think
at it
I
wrong.
think I'm not,
Very much so.
Wait,
but
one
okay.
I'm here
second.
to explain. I'm here to because this is
Wait,
driving
one
me
second.
crazy. How you guys
It
are
was
making this
one
a beef
mic. It
Let's
was
line.
one
let
mic.
one mic on Kiara. Let's let Kiara explain.
Um,
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Not the greatest, I don't think.
Okay, hold on. Let
And
me.
them.
who just
Yes, I.
said though that wait, who fucking up who image?
I'm
I don't
saying
know.
if Kendrick keeps forcing it, he's gonna fuck up his like whole
Oh,
product.
what is he forcing? What
But
Please, please. We can reply to that point in a second. You guys would be amazing podcasters. Yo, we'll get to that point in a second. Let's hear from Kiara. Let's hear from T. Winston, and then let's circle back to the fight. Kiara, please. If you
Okay, so I feel like you guys are misinterpreting the song. That's why I was like, were you even listening? He said he was a fan. He explained every way that he was a fan. And then right there, he goes, damn, I let Little Wayne down for working hard. That is it. That's not a diss.
Hello.
He's a fan and he's like, damn,
He
me
never
doing
dissed
what I
him.
should
Sounds like
do.
ego to
Oh
me.
damn!
Me,
I didn't
no,
even look
it's
at it like
It's
not.
that.
not
Is
no fucking
is
ego.
that's like my mom saying she mad at me because I got something that she didn't. I would be hurt that someone I look up
If
to,
he
like
didn't
my
beef with
mother's.
Drake, he wouldn't even have
But
that fucking spot.
Bro,
What
let
are
okay,
you
her
but
talking
land.
about?
that
Okay,
it,
okay, okay.
like
Mute up, mute up, mute up,
and then
mute up.
too,
Let her
like
talk.
you were saying that oh my god, he's dragging this out. I want my rappers to stop tweeting their fucking feelings. Put it in the fucking music. And that's exactly what the fuck he
Oh
did.
God.
I don't want a meme. Personally, I prefer this is the old way. And I get it that there's a new way, and that is fine. But if I prefer it this way, he's feeding me. If y'all don't fuck with it, y'all don't fuck with it. And I'm sorry for being loud, but I'm in the gym.
Nah,
But
you right. No,
Damn! I
It's
ain't
a lot
even
of
know he
words
honey
was
in
that
that.
honeybee,
emotional.
You
I thought,
right.
I needed to save
wow.
you
I'm
because
with you when
it
you
feels like you're
right.
getting
I'm with
ganged
you
up
when you
on.
right.
I feel like you're getting ganged up on. Um, and to me, it's okay that you don't like it, that you don't fuck with it, whatever. But if you really listen to it, and a lot of y'all are only going to listen to it one time just to say you don't like it, which is fine. But the rest of us are enjoying it. He is not just replying to that. He's replying to mad different things in the song that is like fucking amazing, cool. I like it. You don't like it. I always find it strange when Drake fans come in this room and come into a Kendrick room and say he don't do numbers. Look at his career. He's always done numbers. Yes, does this beef amplify that because people love beef? That's cool too. Like
This is a Kendrick room?
he was still gonna do numbers without the beef. Look at his album sales. You guys, yeah, his last album
So
didn't do
then
the
why is
best
he doing the beef then?
because he's
Who
replying to Twitter. Do
bro?
you want him to get on Twitter and write a tweet about how he's feeling? I'd rather him put
He
it
that
in the music. I
emotional?
feel some
Oh
type of way about
God.
what's
Well Lotto
happening.
say get in the booth, bitch.
And
Y'all
then I
been
said
telling
that
niggas to get
he
in the
don't.
booth all
Well, if we
year.
get in the
Niggas
booth,
getting
we
in the
gotta be writing
booth.
our own shit. So let's be real with that one.
It's just really strange to me how you and then I do want to reply to Rick because I do understand what she was saying when she has said Drake he gets attacked. You're right, that's a double standard. Kendrick seems more authentic in what he does and the type of music he makes that people feel like, oh, this is genuine. If it's not, it's not. If it is, it is. I don't know, but it comes off more genuine versus Drake, where people feel, and I'm not saying me, but people feel like he's a culture vulture. Like he just does things for culture, to get acceptance. He promotes a different lifestyle. And no one's saying Kendrick is perfect. I literally think he literally makes music that says, I'm not perfect, but it's more
Oh,
therapeutic. It's more about feeling. And you guys keep putting this, oh, I'm a perfect person on him. Like, no, he's saying, like, yo, I have all these mental issues and I'm working through it to be a better person. As a person that was younger, listening to certain types of music, as I get older, I don't want to listen to that same type of music. So people are gravitating to him because his fan base is growing, so is he.
what,
Like, and that's okay, like if you don't fuck with it, but a lot of people do because I'm 30 now. I'm not in my early 20s and 19 and I still want to pop ass sometimes, but I want to listen to some real shit too.
Drake makes
Like,
real shit, but what lyric really spoke to you, Kiara? What from GNX really hit a tone with you? Let me
well,
know.
I will say my I liked
He in the
reincarnated.
gym, nigga.
I was younger and I was very much into Tupac. Um
Oh,
and I
okay.
was from New York, but that was just a thing for me. I pretty much even him using one mic, like that song right now in the gym go crazy.
First of
Um
all, nah,
I'm
that's
asking
thick
for
as
the
fuck,
bars, man.
Danny. You
what
a
happened?
fucking hater, and
I
it
just
just
feel like
shows
For
he
the
a
bars,
hater.
man.
The
you
album
make
been
some.
out. The album
I'm
ain't
asking for
been
the
out
bars.
more
She
than
threw the
24
Bogota just to
hours.
get
But
it
I probably listened to it
produced.
a lot. But to me, it's just a little weird
Let me
that
tell you about.
I know Danny barely listened to it,
Like
and it's
what?
just
He
like you
ain't
just.
played that shit at all, and he trying to test
Let me tell you about
you.
my brother though. Like I
Let me
could
tell you
name
about my
lyrics
brother
from Drake.
though.
None of y'all could do that. None of y'all could do that. and
Boy,
I think
get your
I
ass
just,
off
I
the
After
just
they're
feel,
putting on
I
the
just,
show
I
value.
just find it strange. I just find this shit
I
strange.
prefer
Like,
Oh
me.
God! Like, why you trying to test her on her like knowledge of the album? She
I had
said
my
the shit
faith
was
tested and
good.
morals
Like,
broken in half.
They left
is
bro,
it
that
2
you're
hours
not
after it
getting
came out.
invited to the
So if we were
then he,
embassy.
biased, if we're
then he
being
He's
gets
not
biased
mad
because we
inviting.
don't
that,
like it
You're
after
not coming
48
to the
hours, where were
embassy.
then
y'all
he
when
gets
y'all was
mad that
doing
my
whole
son's favorite
spaces about
song
this shit
is,
5 hours
my
later?
son's favorite artist is Kendrick. Like, that's just
No,
is what it is.
you
That's
said
just the
your
type
son's
of shit
favorite.
that
I
I
don't
grew
want to
up
talk about that.
on.
If you let
That's just the type of shit that we like listening to. Like, it's okay. You like a certain type of music. It makes you
Oh
feel
God.
whatever you feel. It touches you in ways that Kendrick won't, and that is fine. And I meant that homosexually, but that is fine.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
our hominem attacks
crazy.
Well,
gotta
no
stop. We
homo.
don't have to do
Guys,
that to
Sierra,
have a
what
it
the
conversation.
gotta get
fuck was
personal. If you
that?
Crazy,
notice,
crazy.
if you notice,
That is hard.
I asked her for a lyric from the song. She ain't say shit, but
She can't give you
All
one.
right,
You're
Danny, I
right.
got you,
I
bro.
Nah,
just it just
Danny,
came out
Danny.
24 hours ago. I don't
They
know the
don't know the
lyrics,
lyrics. They
sir.
just know
you
they
don't know
love
the
it.
Sorry.
lyrics.
Oh my God, man. First of all, I love all of you. All of you are great. Uh, I never heard somebody say, and I meant that homosexually. That was funny. Danny, you have to at some point, I know you're doing your funny thing and I want to let it rock, but you have to at some point try to reply to some of the shit that Kiara is saying. I'm gonna leave Kiara up here. I'm gonna rotate. Boca, just wait. We still haven't heard from T Winston. Rick, I'm sure you have a lot to say. We'll get circle back to you. Uh, but let's hear from T Winston and then Boca, and then I'm gonna bring some more people up here. T Winston, you there?
I just add one thing because I felt like I think Tiara is mad that you never paid her for the Ish and Ice drop, and she's reflecting that right now.
What the
T
fuck are you talking about, you
T
dummy?
T Winston, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Please, please have
For
at it.
okay, all
You
right.
see how you
First
don't
of
have no
all,
reply, Danny?
Like that
uh,
Such a
was
loser.
You guys, can we please not insult each other and just hear from T Winston? I love all of you up here. Certainly glad you guys are lending your voices to this topic here. Thank you. That Mark Lamont rubbing off on me. Pause. All right. T
okay.
Winston, please.
Yep, I'm here. First of all, I'm enjoying this conversation. The other quick few points real quick. I'm a fan of both Kendrick and Drake. I listen more to Drake just because of the variety of music that he comes out with. The other thing with Kendrick, this album here, it's a solid project. I like 6 of the 12 songs. It's solid. Okay. Um, my only issue that I have with Kendrick is more so of a character issue, right? I'm not mad at him for getting his money and with him having the biggest summer ever as far as his career goes. I'm with him getting his bag. Okay. The beef, you say whatever it is you want to, whatever it is you say in the beef, that's law. Okay. There is no rules when it comes to that. My only issue with me being a 50-year-old man and seen a lot, experienced a lot, is with Kendrick is that I feel as though his lyrics doesn't match his character. And what I mean by that is this: for you to speak on the black way of living, the culture of hip hop, West Coast hip hop, when you have the biggest summer ever, and the first album that you put out is not executive produced by a black man, it could have been produced by Mustard. The other thing is you ran to a white publication to give them the first interview. They could have got their interview whenever they got it. Okay, you could have negotiated because again, this is your year, Kendrick. I give you that. And whatever bag they were going to throw at you for having a first, it might have been a little less, maybe having a second interview. But you could have pushed a lot of black publications, whether or podcasts, by giving them that opportunity to grow their market. That's the only thing I have an issue with
can I
when it comes to Kendrick.
can I
That's
say
it.
something real quick off of that? I have a friend that work at Up Rocks. I don't know if y'all know that like platform or whatever, but that nigga just said even his label didn't know he was about to drop. So what do you mean?
No, what I'm saying is this: even though
I'm landed
It
here's
was
my
it
here,
was no
no, here's what
push.
I'm
It
saying.
was
Listen,
no
no,
push. It was a
no,
surprise drop for everyone.
here's what I'm saying. The Harper's interview came before this album. I'm talking about him having the biggest summer with They Not Like Us.
But
That
you
song
just brought up.
propelled him. And what I'm saying is this: he should have gave a back publication the first interview after that
But he
song
didn't.
did
Okay,
what
but
it
what I
did.
just
I
told you.
listen.
Okay,
You're
babe, go
talking
ahead.
about no one.
Sorry,
Hold on. My thing is this: you're talking about this album. I'm not talking about this album. I'm talking about him coming out with "They Not Like Us."
it's not like
That's
us.
what he should
But
have.
yeah, go.
No, right? They not like, you know what I'm saying.
I know,
But
babe.
what I'm saying is he ran to Harper's, right? He ran to Harper's and did an interview with his label mate. When he did
That's not
that, now I'm looking.
true.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Why y'all cutting him off?
SZA did
Sorry.
interview him. SZA did interview him for the magazine. Not nobody from Harper. It was SZA. Okay. My thing is this: if you're gonna call a man a pedo and whatever it is, I want you to answer the tough questions. I don't want somebody that's going to skip around that and not say, why did you call this man a pedo?
Okay.
Like
Do you
one of the harshest
understand?
things you can.
Go
Wait a
ahead. I'm
minute,
sorry. Go ahead.
because had he went to the Breakfast
But Joe
Club
said it.
or somewhere else like that, or they would have asked him, Kendrick, do you really believe this man is a pedo? They would have asked
No,
him
you
that
can't
question.
because that's
And
defamation.
because
That's
no,
defamation.
listen.
Why would they
Wait a
say
minute,
that on
no,
a
no.
platform? As a
He said it on the album.
okay, that's
Guys,
He
his
said it on the
lyrics.
guys,
But
album.
if you are
It
guys.
doesn't
okay,
matter. Defamation is defamation
okay,
at the
but
end of the day.
okay.
So
So
my thing
okay,
is
go ahead.
this:
I'm gonna let you
if you
finish.
put
I'm gonna
my
let you
thing is this:
land.
if you put something out in a public forum, then you're subject to criticism. And again, he could have said, no, again, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're subject to criticism if you put something out where it's consumed by the masses. Yes, you are. If you walk out of the house butt ass naked, you're gonna get criticism. Why?
Okay,
You should have stayed
okay,
in the house.
okay. What?
Now again. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
let's
Let me finish real
land.
quick. Let me finish. Let because again, to me, he doesn't face the tough questions. He goes to the other end of the spectrum where they're not going to really push him because we all know how Charlemagne is. We all know how Ish and Joe even at times they're gonna ask a tough question to you and see what's up. You know when
And to
Joe
be clear,
th-
Drake does
and
the same thing, but it's just interpreted differently when he does it.
again, my thing is this though. My thing is this. Here's the thing. And again, I'm 50 years old. So when I hear a black man speak on the black life, the black culture, the black this, I expect him to go black first. Drake is a Canadian. I don't care. Look, Drake political views, the shoes he wear, the clothes he's wear. I listen to him for the music. I hold Kendrick to a higher standard being a black man. That's me. Being a 50-year-old man and being what I've been through. Okay. So again, that's my only issue with Kendrick is that he could have really propelled a lot of black publications um uh, uh like when it comes to executive producer, why not have Mustard executive produce, this album? And then if you came out with another one, okay, you can do whatever. But this album was really dedicated to the West Coast. It
Okay,
really
you
was.
are going
And
from Kansas
but I'm
to
just saying,
Mississippi. Like,
right.
what
But
is you
my
talking about? What's the
but
what?
but
I'm
I'm still in the same spectrum of when it comes to Kendrick. I'm talking about him as a person. The music, I love some of the music. I don't love all of it. I love some of it. But I'm just speaking on Kendrick and the way he raps is not the way he moves. That's all I'm saying. Because again, like I said before, had he gave a black publication or whatnot, hell, if he'd have went to Joe's podcast and gave them the first sit down, do you know what numbers that would have done for
But
Joe?
that's not.
Joe's already doing no, but again, but see, this is my whole point about Kendrick. If you're going to rap black, act black, then your actions need to be about
wait.
black.
What? Can I rebut that? Can
Like
I
this
rebut
is
this?
all
Please, can I
over
rebut
the
this? Please,
place.
can I
This
rebut
is
that?
a very all over the. This is
I
not a
feel like he's making a
conducive
very coherent
point.
point.
Can
Let
I
him
y'all
listen.
do
let
that.
I'm sure you do,
can
Rick.
y'all let Boca rebut that, and then y'all can fight and scream over each other.
Fuck, I'm
Okay, because
I just want to say I believe in war and I believe
I'm
in
actually
peace.
glad
My
you went
brain
there
is fried. Let's
because the
please.
reality
Do
is,
y'all not follow instructions? Can y'all please let
I believe in
Boca
love, but I also
I'm
believe
down
reply?
to
in peace.
debate with whoever. Just let me land real quick because
Yeah,
I'm
go
glad you
ahead,
touched on this
please.
point. You know what I'm saying? This idea that being black only looks one way. We gotta stop that, dog. Like, we love Martin Luther King. Martin was fucking them white hoes when he was on the march, bro. That's not what he was
Wait,
preaching, but we
what?
love him anyway.
Joe,
That's true.
You feel
please,
me? Like,
Joe. What the
I'm not
fuck?
comparing Kendrick Lamar to Martin Luther
He
King,
was.
but I'm talking about this
He
standard of
was, but
this standard of
goddamn.
blackness that we try to establish, where it's like we can only exist in a funnel. If you listen to his words, the man is rapping about his struggle with duality, his struggle with his religion versus his views that he was raised with, his struggle with the industry that he's in versus how he lives his life personally. He's rapping about his struggle living in between these worlds. So when
So
people
does
keep
that exempt
asking,
him from
so when
critique
people,
for it? Is the question.
Grandpa
I'm
Rick,
not.
Grandpa Rick, I'm
Just
gonna
because
I'm
you
gonna touch him.
acknowledge
I
it,
can
that
touch
Hold
the
doesn't
on.
mean
point.
See,
you
here's
I
my.
can touch
Hold
it.
on.
agree or
See,
I can.
wait a
disagree.
minute.
Oh,
Wait
no,
a
no,
minute.
no. I can.
Hold on.
No. You just spoke for 5 minutes, brother.
Yeah, let the
Rebut you.
man land.
Let
Let
me
him
let
land.
me rebut
Yo, don't
you.
try to cut him off when he cooking a little bit. Let him land.
Like loaded Lux.
This idea that all of a sudden, like, we can't exist in layers is insane. And the comparison to Drake, this actually speaks to his point. The point isn't about where Drake came from. It's about how he uses his cultural currency. He shies away from what he's from for real and tries to ingratiate himself with everyone else. Kendrick is leaning into where he's from and bringing it to everyone else and making it
Chicago.
palatable for the world. So there's a difference in even saying, I don't you're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do it. Like, it's not necessarily about, oh, you're just from Canada. It's like, you don't act Canadian. You act like you from Atlanta, or you act like you from where you at the
That's
time.
the no. We cannot let him get this off. Drake
Kendrick,
reps so hard
Kendrick
for
isn't
Toronto. You
Kendrick
sound
isn't.
Nope, we
insane, sir.
actually can. We actually
You
I mean,
sound
can.
listen.
absolutely fucking
You
Can.
just got
crazy.
you've been getting some bullshit off for the past hour and a half, Grandpa Rick. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hello.
I
So
actually haven't, but
so we
I ain't said nothing
Some
as
good
crazy
so
I
as
ones.
mean,
Drake
so
don't
you
rep
sat up
his
on
set.
this
That's
stage
We
and
so
you
gonna have
heard
listen.
some.
exactly
me
what
and
you're
Rick
saying, and it's not true.
Baka.
Y'all don't want to
kicking
let
this
people land,
whole
but y'all want
time.
to talk. Like,
A Pulitzer Prize
Baka.
winner.
that's
Y'all was
not how
sitting
this
up
gotta
here
go.
just y'all was just
Yo, y'all are the greatest. Yo, this is. I want to say I'm really enjoying this conversation. Uh, so much so I've neglected some of my fantasy lineup, but I'm going downs over Ridley. Let's let's let the man land and then attack him, but just let him finish first and then attack him. Like, I'm down with the attack shit. I ain't trying to be that type of room moderator, but we need to hear the attacks. And if you let them finish, you can attack the whole point and we not get stuck on just one of them. So go ahead, and then they're going to attack you.
I'm good with that, especially with the last part. Attack my point. Attack my point in full. Um, so with what I was saying, we have like this idea that he's contradicting himself when in reality he's showing that your realness can be effective in marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like we love Sexy Red because Sexy Red is just Sexy Red. Sexy Red isn't corporate per se, but because she's so popular, they have no choice. Like, McDonald's had no choice but to tweet honey mustard. Like, how could you not, especially when you have 25 to 30-year-olds running your social media? You know what I'm saying? Like, this idea isn't far-fetched that he knows that he needs to function in his industry, but he's not going to allow it to change who he is personally. And I think that's kind of what he's trying to get across. I can't speak for the man, you know what I'm saying? So only he can tell you what he's trying to get across. But this is what I'm interpreting from the music. And it's more to interpret if you just listen to it without being a stan or being a fan of one side or the other. Just being a fan of music and you know what I'm saying, competition, and you know what I'm saying, being innovative and just trying to be thoughtful with your process and how you execute your music. Like, he's not contradicting himself. He's just more so saying, like, you're saying you're doing this wrong. I'm gonna show you how to do this. And hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it done the real way, as opposed to the manufactured way, where it's just like you're hiding behind a facade, as opposed to just standing true in what you are and what you aren't.
Yo, that shit is deep, yo.
Now, what I was saying was
Oh, you
this.
wanted
I'm
a
not
lyric, right,
saying he.
Danny?
Wait a minute. No,
I'm
my
getting
okay,
so mad.
Boca. My thing was this. I'm not saying that he exclusively just works with blacks. What I'm saying is just him coming off the summer he had. just me, the way I've come up and the way, I kind of look at things. I'm saying just after that single, when he dropped that blew up, that's what I was saying to that. I think he should have went the black route with the
No, for
publication
sure.
or whatnot, or as far, you know what I'm
I not,
saying?
but let me.
Just
Can
to
I ask you
give
a
them
question?
a
Can I ask you a
boost.
question to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know if SZA is trying to be a journalist?
I don't know what she's
So
trying to
so
be.
Nigga,
so
what
so
the
let me
fuck
Wait a
ask
are
you.
minute.
you
So let me just
talking
so let me ask. I
about?
just want to ask you a
Here's
question real quick. I just want to ask you a question because
No, land
if
your
if his
point.
home
No,
if his
don't do that
homegirl
little
if
This shit
nasty
like
ass.
Guilty Rate.
no,
if his
you know what?
homegirl
You know,
if his homegirl is trying to be a journalist, and let's say she's trying to maneuver a second part of her career, and she has the opportunity to write an article for a publication as legendary as Harper's Bazaar, wouldn't it that be him lending his platform to his friend to allow her the space to kind of
You
get
just
her
made
name
that
out?
first
up
of all, wait a minute.
Like,
First
completely.
of all,
what
You just
the
made that
let's
up
look
fuck?
at
out
this.
thin
Wait a
air.
minute.
That's
Wait a minute.
crazy.
Well,
Let's
she
look at
did
this.
plug her
Let's look at.
movie. She
Wait a
did plug
minute.
her
Wait a minute.
movie in the
Wait.
Did start
article.
like
Yeah,
I'm
let's
just
just say
asking a
this.
I'm just asking a
Y'all
question
Okay,
dumb,
because
I'm
bro.
gonna
it's
answer
Y'all
your
it's a
You
black
question.
woman
I'm
niggas
gonna.
don't have
I'm
no
gonna.
a
I'm
black
points.
gonna.
woman
Y'all up
image.
here to chat. Y'all up here to
I'm gonna.
chat with no
They're
Okay,
not
look.
making any
distinction
I'm
points,
points.
and
listen.
it's
I'm gonna.
nasty.
I'm gonna say this. The interview with SZA, I think it was comfortable for him. He did he put her in another space? Yes, but I don't think Harper Bazaar with the lyrics, I guess, and how she is,
Why
and
are y'all
especially being a
talking about
wait a minute.
Harper's
No,
Bazaar?
no. Listen, we brought look. Harper's Bazaar was brought up because again, I said his lyrics sometimes doesn't match his actions. Where he says, in the studio, isn't the same as his
Who
movements
the
in the
fuck is
real
about to
world.
go to Condé
And
Nast? And
T. Winston, thank you. We appreciate you. I'm gonna make some more space up here. I feel like maybe T. Winston wasn't here for Kiara, but I feel like Kiara kind of explained some of that already. Also, I mean, y'all can fight about it, but don't none of y'all know none of these niggas. So enough with the he's lyrics don't act like. Who gives a fuck how these niggas act? I don't care. It's not that important of a point to stay stuck on is all I'm saying. Let me just bring some more people up here. Uh or Sheena's had her hand up for a while, but I'm gonna bring the Drake nigga up here to hear what he gotta say. Come on. Come on, 24K. Fuck it. Fuck it. You waited patiently. Hold up though. We're gonna hear from Sheena, then Candy, then let's hear from the Drake nigga. Sheena, go
wait,
ahead.
I have my hand up.
Honey, please, girl.
Please, girl, it's
Yeah, enough.
Can y'all hear
Fucking
me? Yo, can y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear you, Danny.
Got it.
Sheena, go ahead, please.
No, I mean you kind of just deaded the comment I was gonna make just because the way the conversation seems like it's gonna shift away from the whole he should have did black publication. But I long said when that first came out that it also, even though he was being interviewed, it did feel very scissor forward. She plugged her movie, and I also thought it was a nice layup for her too. So we can bash Kendrick for, oh, you didn't go straight to the black publications first, but he gave his girl a layup, a black woman. So we don't want to, cut our nose to spite our face just because we want to throw a dagger at Kendrick for something.
Not even
That's
doing it.
all.
The interview itself was also terrible. I love
all
war. I love
right,
food.
Danny. Fuck. Do
I
you
love
like
Burger King. I love
anything? Like, what the
McDonald's. I love
fuck?
candy, but I love chocolate. This shit was trash.
He's not gonna go to anybody who's gonna ask him about those allegations. He's not going anywhere.
But that's
So
the
he's gonna
thing.
talk to
Okay,
SZA. He's gonna talk to the man on
and
the
that's
moon.
the
He's gonna
point
talk
I
to
wanted to
everybody,
make.
but anybody who might ask him about that shit.
And I
That's
think
the
he's
point.
earned that.
Okay,
I
give me
think
1
he's
second.
earned to be
Give me
able to
1 second,
curate
please,
his
please.
coverage. He's earned
Okay.
that. Any superstar, when they reach a certain level, have earned the right to curate how they appear in the media. They all do
Not
it.
really.
That
Not
doesn't mean he's not deserving of
Before
critique for it.
Joe
The same way we
silenced
Oh,
critique
my
Drake for not
100%.
sitting down with black
Critique.
platforms.
Honey, mute up. Let them fight.
okay.
man, you gotta talk on every topic, son.
No, it's not that. I'm actually okay. Anyways,
To
what I was.
me, just
Go
because
ahead.
you say I'm struggling with something, just because you
All
acknowledge
right,
you
honey,
have
you're out
mental
of here
health,
for a second. Take a breather.
that doesn't mean that you're exempt. You're exempt from criticism for it. You can't just be a hypocrite because you say I'm a hypocrite. I already know I'm a hypocrite. I know I'm a contradiction. Just because he raps about that, that doesn't mean he's above critique for it. If this is
Not what I
what you
said though.
say you're about, then you need to be acting. And I am, to your point, Joe. Yeah, no, we don't know these niggas. We know the art that they put in front of us, and he went out his way to curate an image that he's so blackety black and wokety woke. Then you need to back that up with some activity, sir.
Grandpa Rick. Now that's not what I said about him being a hypocrite. And this leads to my other point. We've been conditioned to this fake introspect for so long that we don't know when someone is just rapping about their real human experience. And we all struggle with these things as humans every day. We struggle with the right thing that we know we should do versus what we might want to do that might not be the best for us. That's not rapping about being a contradiction. That's rapping about being a human. And the problem is we strip being
That's
a human
fine.
from
But my
music.
point, address my point. The point I
I
made
am
was that
addressing
you're
your
not
point.
above critique.
He's not rapping about being a contradiction. Like, your word choice is poor. He's not you're using I'm not going to use Joe's term of poor ears. You're using surface ears. You're not listening deep enough to see what's actually going on in the music period. Forget just
Oh my
Kendrick.
God. It's
Listen
so
to lyrics.
preachy.
I hate it
He's
here.
So
They do
he
preachy.
this every
he's not
fucking
rapping
time. You're
about
just not deep enough.
being a
You're just not
contradiction.
woke
He's
enough.
rapping about the human experience. And
Drake is just
if
as
it seems to
intricate
you
with
that
some of
that's
the shit
fake,
he does.
then I guess.
I don't understand why y'all trying to lay this out. He had drops at a higher frequency. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. This is what I hate about it.
I know you don't get it, Danny.
This is how they
Hey, Danny,
justify
let
their
me quote a lyric for
intellectualism.
you.
They listen to Kendrick Lamar, so now they're
I listen to
geniuses.
Ka.
They
I
know
listen
how to
to
listen to
Rock. I
art. They
don't.
can piece it together, and they just love how he brings about his human experience,
R.I.P.
and we just
Ka.
can't
No,
possibly get it.
I like when rappers rap about their human. I like when Cole does it. Even though I didn't like his apology. I like when Cole does it. I like when there's rappers that rap about introspection.
Drake does that.
There's a marketed
Drake definitely does
introspect
that.
that's been given to us, and there's a real human introspection that exists of yo dog. I'm not perfect, but
Sir,
I'm
I'm gonna
trying to
ask
be.
you one more time.
I'm
Just
rapping
because
about
he's
my
rapping
journey.
about that, does that mean he's exempt from critique about it? That is the
Apparently,
question.
Again, if the critique is valid, but he's not being a
It is
hypocrite.
valid. That's what we're critiquing him on,
But
sir.
is it?
prove it. But he's not actually doing it. You're just
Watch the
saying that
party
you're
die.
saying
I'm
prove
performing
it.
at the Super Bowl. It don't
Correct.
make sense.
What is
I'm not. I'm for the people. You grassroots guy. They was playing
performing at the
your
Super Bowl
music at the
means
Black
that
Lives
he's not
Matter, but
about
now
his mission?
McDonald's tweeting out
That's
your
the diff.
lyrics. That's
Y'all
okay.
sound insane.
You sound insane. You're not doing reflection, man.
They
There's no
don't
sense
even.
No,
They
behind
Danny,
don't
you
it.
need
even
to go
stop. They
outside,
just
brother.
believe
This
the
album's for
image.
people who
They don't
show our
stop to
faces on our
critique it. They
profile
don't
pics,
ask any
not
questions. They don't
avatars, brother.
analyze it. They don't
I
nothing.
have a
Kendrick said he's
podcast with
the face
Shanny.
of
You can see my
wokeism, so that's
face.
what he gets to
No
be. It doesn't
avatars,
matter if
brother.
it's true or not.
I'm a stoplight.
Okay, here's my
West
standpoint.
side get the money, yeah, that's for sure. You wanted a lyric, Danny? I got you.
You finally
Greg
found
and
one in
Day Day, just
30
put a
minutes.
pause on it.
Nah,
Listen,
I've
Shout
been
out to
on my debating,
Genius.
but you know.
here's my standpoint. What niggas need to do is beef with the industry. A lot of pop brains is what's going on. You're just looking around it until you get sticked. Stick it to the man. Beef with the industry, and then let's see if you do numbers. You over here beefing with motherfuckers because y'all was scared. You just looking around the stick. That's all these niggas is doing. You ain't on shit. You beefing with niggas that are literally industry moles, niggas that kiss the industry. The shit can't get pushed out unless the fucking big man says it's gonna get pushed out. Beef with the real person at hand, and let's see if you're doing numbers. You're beefing with niggas that were in the same boat. We all in the same boat, nigga. Y'all gonna sink doing that shit. It's so annoying. Y'all niggas is pussy. Stop fucking rapping if you can't
Candy,
beef with the
I'm
real
gonna
person.
piggyback
I'm
off
not
what you're
gonna
saying
lie.
Real
to say
shit.
they
Like, come
don't
on.
have a
That's a good
problem
one.
with the industry. They have a problem with Drake because they're
And that's
very
a
jealous of
PSA.
him.
Oh
So they
my
try to
god.
pretend that is what he represents, but they really just want his spot. I.e., why he came out with this
Kendrick is
mid-pack
beefing
album.
with easy people. He's beefing with moles, man. And Wayne, he's been out of the industry. That's why you don't hear the old Wayne. He sees how fucked up shit is. He ain't feeding into that shit. So
Oh,
boo
Lord.
Oh
wee.
no,
Cry
this
me a
is
river.
y'all going out bad with this Wayne topic, man. Listen, Wayne is a legend. Wayne didn't have to say a word. Wayne weaponized his audience and he used his fan base
He
to
had
try
to
to
say
create
something.
outcry because he didn't get what he wanted, even though he just assumed it
Sounds
was
like every
his.
fan base.
And someone got it
Y'all
who
keep
worked
saying
for
he
it.
assumed it. Y'all don't know what he assumed or did not
He
assume.
said
You
it.
don't know
What do you
what
mean?
conversation he
He
had.
literally said it.
He said that at the
Grandpa
beginning of
Grandpa Rick,
last year he
please
was
go
going to
back
be
and read for
working
context
for
before you
that.
argue
He
with me.
said it. It's on
Please
video.
go
He
get your
said he was
context.
working towards the soup. He said this
Please
in
go get your
February.
context. Please go get your context before you argue with me, mama. Please go get a quote. Please do that. Because I'm
You don't know
telling
what
you,
the tape
Go get
on.
the video where he was clearly in the
he
interview
literally
saying,
said
"We want the Super
he
Bowl, and I'm
literally
gonna put
said
in
I
as much work
apologize.
as I
He
possibly
literally
can to get the
apologized to
Super
his
Bowl." Is that
fans.
the one you're
He
referencing, sir?
apologized to his fans and saying, "I'm sorry, y'all. I thought it was as good as mine." Like he said, I'm sorry for
He said that
assuming
out
that
of
it was
disappointment,
mine.
sir. Don't talk to me about context if you're
He
going to
said
take
that.
that far out of context. That's insane.
How
Are
was
you
that
okay?
taking it out of context? That's
He
literally saying
said, as
I'm
if
sorry
You
someone
have an
told
for
me it was
agenda.
assuming that that was
mine. He
mine.
literally
You have
said
an
that.
agenda, damn it.
That's literally saying that.
He said, as if
I have a
someone told
question
me
for the
it was
stage. So
mine.
I don't
Mustard.
think that Kendrick Lamar was dissing Lil Wayne when he brought his name up. But do you think it's wise right after you usurped the Super Bowl for him for you to bring his name up in any shape, form, or fashion
But
after you just
Wayne
spent a
didn't
whole
really care
battle with his
about Wayne didn't really
protege?
care about the
Is that
repercussions to
wise?
him when he
People
was
have
outside
started
crying
rap
about it.
beefs
So
for
why
something
should
much
Kendrick care?
less than that, much for
Hey,
things
So
listen.
much
wait, wait a
less
If
minute. Wait a
once
minute. He
Kendrick
has to
that.
mentioned Snoop,
tiptoe around that.
mentioned on that album. If he was willing to address how he felt about what Snoop did, he's not gonna duck anybody on because
That's
Snoop
fine, but when
he
Wayne
holds
come
in as
out and
high
tweet,
regard as
bitch, keep
anybody.
my name out your mouth. Y'all don't get on the timeline disrespecting Lil Wayne. That's what you don't do.
Well, when you don't get your opportunity that you ain't worked for, go ahead, shut up, my boy, sit in
No,
the
I
corner
agree
and
with
work for
that.
it later.
No,
Of
nobody needs to
course,
diss
Go get
Lil
it. Go
man.
get
Wayne.
it later.
Wayne doesn't need to be dissed or
The Super Bowl isn't
disrespected.
a legacy act performance. It's you know
It's
what I'm saying.
his
It's
city,
about
bro. It's
currently
his city. Let that nigga
who's
put
having the
on for
hottest
his
moment
city.
in
That's
Okay,
music.
I
just
don't
who
want to
Kendrick is.
relitigate that. It's fine. He didn't get the Super Bowl. Nothing's changing about that.
And Kendrick,
Okay, I think my participation in this is done. It's a great conversation, but I got to use the phone, and I don't want it to just bang on y'all. So I'm gonna end this here. Hopefully, Danny or somebody else can, or hopefully not Danny, because he'll make it OVO space. Who's that? Coffee?